Welcome to Concordia Consularis, the spiritual and business agency of the Fifth World of Peace. My name is Angela Miller, and I'm joined today by Maestro ehecatltezcatlipoca, who spoke recently about his healing journey with our healing techniques. Maestro is here today to talk about coming on board with Concordia Consularis to provide a service, a deeply needed service, to help individuals who are coming to the end of their soul journeys on this earth and getting ready to pass on. So it's a real pleasure and a real honour to talk about this subject, this very important subject in these times of change. So welcome, Maestro. How are you?
Doing well. It's a pleasure being here.
So let's have a little talk about what we aim to do. What is the type of program that is available, the service that is available for individuals who may be fearful, being aware that they are about to engage with an end of life scenario, or maybe not be conscious of it, or there might be a family member who is aware that their parent or their person in their life needs a specific type of spiritual support as they make the journey into the beyond.
Okay, so first, I would speak to whoever it may be that may come to me and get them to understand that life was a gift and is to be enjoyed even to our last day. And death is only another passing period into your next life. What does that mean? That means that you may be back, if you desire, and you may be back because you feel you need to. Either one's okay, and you may not be back because there's many other lives you may live in many other different places. But the fear that we have inside of us is, are we okay with leaving? We have pains of everything that's happened in the past that we have may received with our experiences from our loved ones, from our goals that were accomplished or misaccomplished, from mistreatment by others, or our errors where we mistreated others as well, and our children. Our children mean a whole lot to us. What happened? What was the conclusion with them? How do we feel? All of this is considered as I speak with your relatives, and more to consider to bring to them to understand that they're okay. They're good people. We all are. But we have pain sometimes before we leave. How
Now,
do we resolve that?
now, this is a soul pain, isn't it? So we work from the perspective of all life situations have a certain impact to us. If they are negative situations that we continually experience, this can affect the soul. And then the soul becomes sick of the experience and begins to manifest that into the physical body as a chronic disease or illness. So when we address the sickness of the soul, things begin to change for the individual that is in that body, and their upper and higher perspective on themselves and their journeys begins to shift. Can you talk more about the resolution side of things?
The resolution side of it, things to make it simple, is that first of all, we go into an understanding in your mind of what has happened, but you'll look back, you'll look forward, you'll look many past lives and everything that happened in your life, and you have to forgive them for, as we say, they know not what they do. In other words, why did they do that? How did they get there? Was it really them, or was it their environment that made them do what they did? Did they really mean it? Did they had really thought about it? Maybe they weren't educated enough. See, that makes it be partially not their fault, and yourself as well. When you did things that you didn't really, after you thought about it, say, "Oh my God, did I do this?" And you beat yourself all your life because of it, or you disassociated with them and became lonely and ill, because when you're lonely, you can't think, and so you're not there. That's the word ill means not. So hello, no one's home. So you don't take care of yourself. And then what? Yes, you become what they call sick, but we call it ill because it means you become not and your body disintegrates. That's what illness is. And it led you to where you are, which you could have lived longer, and you still could, maybe. Depends how far ahead you've gone. So that's why we learn not only to forgive, but we ask to be forgiven. You may not be able to contact the person, but in yourself, if you ask to be forgiven, you'll see that, that they'll forgive you. And then some won't, because they have things that they still have to work out in their life. And the point is, you have to accept, well, I've forgiven you, and I realize where you came from, and this will help settle your lives. Not to mention, in the present life, there may be someone near you here that all you have to do is speak to them. They might be outside the door, or you have to make a phone call. There's the phone. It takes you a few seconds to speak to them. It takes you maybe less than a minute to leave them a message, and it will settle your heart. It will make a big difference in your path from today into tomorrow, because that's what matters. If everyone forgave every morning or every night before they went to sleep, they would see their lives would be amended more easily. They would be able to resolve everything. This is about resolution here.
So resolution brings lightness, doesn't it? It brings a sense of relief in your being. And when what this journey of death used to be celebrated and honored. Elders were honored in a specific kind of way. But now the perception of death is very different. It's very lonely. It's very isolating. So what we aim to do with our sessions with people is provide them with the the scene, the spiritual scene, for them to move through vast amounts of trauma release, to let go and review where you've been in your life. What have you done? What has your soul accomplished? Tell your story. Allow it to be heard, because this is part of your story before you move on to the next phase of your experience, which is with the Blue Road ancestors. Can you talk a bit more about the Blue Road ancestors? I know we've briefly discussed it many times.
Blue Road ancestors. Where do we go when we die, we say? And everyone says, up there. Yes. What's the color up there? It's a beautiful blue, a midnight blue. We look up into the sky and we know that our ancestors are up there, don't we? So if you were to call them now, whoever it was, they'll come. They'll come and they'll speak to you. All I'm going to say is try it. I call my mom. Mom, she always comes with a smile. My sister, she's, go for it, go for it. It's always pushing me ahead. Everyone's different. But that's not only them, the near ones, even the far ones, even the ones that died 500 years ago or 1,000 years ago. It doesn't matter. They're all there, just waiting for you to call them. And you can call them however young you are, however old you are. You don't have to wait until somebody teaches you how to call them. You know, now you know. It's just a matter of doing. And you're going to find that they'll help console your inner being. That's where we say, where our soul becomes happy, because now we're not by ourselves, because we're never really alone. We are taught to become individual and alone and strong and a bunch of words. But wait a minute, we're disconnected from the real life, which is our loved ones, our ancestors, the people out in the blue world, the blue road.
Beautiful. So, this service is available in English or Spanish. We help individuals to provide that level of quality resolution in their experiences of their life situations and help prepare them emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for the voyage ahead. For it is a great one and can be the most liberating experiences. Now, we were given these gifts to share with you in humanity at this time. These are the techniques that are used when a soul passes from this lifetime. And they've been gifted to us to help those on earth that wish to make the great voyage on the next stage an awful lot lighter, an awful lot clearer, and resolved in the fifth world of peace to move freely without being dragged back into false reincarnation situations. So we want your soul to succeed. Here at Concordia Consularis, we provide this very beautiful and sacred service for those that want that for their family members and for those that might want that in the final stages of their life or even before that. We can work in a preventative way, even if you were 20. We've all lived, we've all died, we all grow. This is our evolution here in the fifth world of peace. So thank you, Maestro, for your beautiful explanations. I know that there are people that really want to talk to you a lot about this subject and that you are particularly gifted with this wisdom that in your own eldership that you support people with. So I look forward to that service being extended out through Concordia Consularis. So if you would like a session, please find the links below, the relevant ones to contact us to arrange a booking for you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact either of us. So with blessings, I give thanks for you being here into this timeless moment where you have an awareness that you can become, you can break your cycle and leave this scenario, this soul journey at this point in complete resolution, upshifting to the next level. And that's a very beautiful thing. So check the links below. Do like, subscribe, share. Maybe there's somebody that you feel would benefit from such a service. We are pleased to help you on that journey. So thank you very much, Maestro. Any final words?
Yes, remember, we all go up into bright blue infinite existence. In the meantime, we're here. And when we go, all those around us have to remember, those who stay, to celebrate that whoever it is your loved one is has gone and is free of the chains of being held into this physical existence and the pain that goes with it. They are free now for the freedoms they didn't know did exist. Paso Kamate, Ipanemoane, Mateo.